37, very similar to one of them that we just did on our test. Almost the exact same problem. Gloria earns 1.5 times her normal hourly pay for each hour she works over 40 hours. Her normal pay is $8.70 per hour. Last week she earned this much. How many hours did she work last week? So how many hours did she work last week? This is the total, remember? So 1.5 times her normal hourly pay for each hour she works over 40 hours. So I have to, whatever she made, I have to add her overtime hours plus her 40-hour work week to get her total pay. Whoops, 4.630. So 40 times 8.7 gives me 348, equal to that 426.30, plus 1.5 times 8.7 is 13.05 H. So I want to get H by itself. So I'm going to subtract 348 from both sides. So 426.3 minus 348 gives us 78.3. So 13.05 H equals 78.3. I'm going to divide by 13.05 on both sides. So H is equal to 6. This is her overtime hours, remember? She already worked these 40, so you have to have the 40 plus the 6 is 46 hours that she worked that week. Okay, 38, they want us to solve for x. So I'm going to start by distributing this -2 to everything inside. So -2 times x is -2x. -2 times 6 is -12 equals x plus 6. Okay, I want to get all of my x's on the same side. Both sides are simplified, but I need my x's on the same side. So I'm going to add this -2x. The opposite is to make it positive to both sides. So I have -12 equals 3x plus 6. To get x by itself, I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides because it was positive. Got to do it to both sides. 3x equals -18. Divide by 3 on both sides. X is equal to -6. You can always check that, plug it back in, simplify it, check your answer. All right, last two here. Same thing as the last one, only a little bit more simplified. Okay, so I want all of my n's on the same side. Normally we would move this -1, but since the n is almost by itself over here, let's go ahead and move this one. So I'm going to subtract 6n from both sides. So I have -14n equals -7. Don't forget about this sign. Got to come with it. Then we divide by -14 on both sides. So we get n is equal to negative divided by negative is a positive. 7/14 is equal to 1/2. And on the last one, we're going to take this +2 and distribute it to everything on the inside. So my 2a comes straight down. 2 times 5a is 10a. 2 times 5 is 10 equals 118. Okay. Now I want to make sure each side's simplified. This side is, this side isn't. I have some like terms I can combine here. So 2a plus 10a gives me 12a plus 10 equals 118. I want to move this 10 so I can get the a by itself, so I'm going to subtract 10 on both sides. So I have 12a equals 108. And when I divide by, 12, that's a 12. On both sides, a is equal to 9. Final answer.